Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of 3D Printed. And in this episode, I'm going to be printing a lift kit for a computer, which kind of sounds weird, but let me explain what I want to do with this. So basically right now, the cable management inside this computer is pretty terrible. The cable management on the outside of this computer is pretty terrible. As you can see, that's only part of it over there. And I want to be fixing this pretty soon here, but one of the things that I kind of need to do is flip the power supply around so it's the right way. And right now this computer's pretty much sitting straight down on carpet. So if I put the power supply in there the way that it's supposed to be, which would be with the fan on the lower side. Let me take the side panel off of here. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to take this power supply and flip it so it's actually the right way around, which would be this fan being toward the bottom of the case there, and there's actually a dust filter underneath this case and everything for it. But main reason why I want to do that is because the 8-pin power connectors for the CPU are just a little bit too short. And that causes me to actually have to run them just kind of up the side of the case, and then the power connector's like way back in here somewhere. So I'd like to actually run that behind the case and the or behind the motherboard tray in the proper cable management areas, and then that would just clean up this area quite a bit. Should make it look quite a bit cleaner. But anyway, I want to flip that upside down. So basically all I really need to do is print something that goes over these feet here. That lifts the computer off of the ground a little bit. So we'll go ahead and design something and then print it, and then I'll show you the finished results of it. But anyway, another thing, upcoming videos. Pretty soon I'm going to have a video of me rebuilding this entire computer and upgrading it. And when I say rebuilding, I'm probably just going to redo all the cable management stuff, but rearrange some stuff and do a little bit of upgrading to it. Also, I'm going to be redoing the setup here, the cable management in my setup, because as you saw earlier, it's pretty terrible. I've got all these USB cables hanging out the back. Everything just needs to be organized. It's pretty much a mess at this point. So I am going to have to make a video on fixing all that stuff up. I'd like to actually install some lighting, like RGB lighting on the desk up top and also inside the computer, because for right now the tinted window in the side panel and the fact that this sits kind of in a back corner underneath the desk hides the cable management on the inside of this thing. But yeah, I need to get it fixed.
Alright, so as for the design of this part, the foot that's on the computer is about 1.115 inches around and about 0.62 inches tall. So first off, I put down a circle that's 1.125, I think it was, and that should give it plenty of clearance to be able to slide over the foot that's on the computer. And then I added another circle that was 0.2 inches bigger than that, and that should give me a wall for the foot, and then I created one more circle that was 2.5 inches, and then I extruded all of this stuff down by about 0.15 inches, as you'll see here. Whole thing will go down, and then that center ring will go down by an inch, which makes this entire thing 1 inch tall. And well, I should lift the computer up off the ground by about an inch. And the reason why I have that big circular base at the bottom of it is so that it doesn't quite or doesn't sink into the carpet so much, and hopefully spread the load across it. But there you see that going down by an inch. Had to change the setting there to get it to actually extrude a solid instead of a hole. But anyway, now I do the filleting on the outside of it, which is for aesthetic reasons, as well as it does make the part stronger by doing that. So basically I was just trying to make it look good here. By the way, the print settings were at 20% infill and 0.2 millimeter layer height for all of these. And I printed them all 4 at once. So anyhow, try to make that look good, I put another one on the outside edge there, just to make that look a little bit better, so you don't have quite the sharp edge on it. And then I also put a chamfer in the top here, which should make it slide on the foot that's on the computer a little bit easier.
Alright, so this is what the printed parts look like. They're pretty good size here. I think I said they were 2.5 inches in diameter and about 1 inch tall. So, idea being the foot that's on the computer case will just slip into the hole there. Might have to use a little bit of glue on them or something like that to hold them in, but that's alright. And I think they turned out looking fairly nice too. They have a nice little rounded edge over there, and should be reasonably strong. I thought about acetone smoothing these parts too, but the way I figure it, these are already shiny enough, and of course the paint that's on the case is matte, and well, everything, even the plastic feet that are on that case now, I think are a matte finish too, so there's no real point in making these things look all shiny. So I'm just going to leave them the way that they are. They should be plenty strong. And I'm going to go stick them on the case, and we'll see how well these things will fit. Alright, so let's see if these things will fit on here. It should be a pretty simple installation process. I'm just going to try to slide that just like that, and that actually fits on there reasonably well. It doesn't snap into place like I would really like it to, but it's good enough to the point where the weight of the computer will hold it, or I could also put a little bit of glue on it if I wanted to, but you can see there it does stick out from the computer case a little bit, but it doesn't look bad at all, and that's about what I expected it to do, because really the foot's right up to the edge of the computer there. So yeah, let me get these things, these other two stuck on here, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so that was a relatively easy setup process. Just stick these feet over the rest of them. And now there's plenty of ground clearance for our computer here, so it can suck air through the bottom and be able to flip that power supply upside down and not have to worry about it suffocating. So anyway, let me just take this off of the tripod real quick. Give you another shot of it. So there we go. And this was completely touching the ground before, so this is quite a bit of an improvement. And you'll see how spreading that load out, it won't sink down into the carpet quite as far. So that should help out quite a bit, actually. So now, in an upcoming video, I'm going to basically rebuild this computer. I'll take this power supply out and flip it upside down. Well, actually, technically right side up. The fan is supposed to go on the bottom side of these power supplies, but anyway, I'll do that, and I'll redo the cable management, as well as the cable management for the entire setup. Not just the computer, but everything else that's back here looks pretty terrible, so need to redo all that, and I'll have a little bit of a revamped video editing rig here. So anyway, that's it for now, guys. Bye.